Hey guys, I'm Mike from MADCAT Productions. In this series, I'd like to go over 51 exercises that you should practice in order to become awesome animators. Alright, so welcome back. This is exercise 2 out of 51. This one we're just going to be doing another ball bouncing, just this time it's going across the screen instead of just looping in place. So it's real similar to the last one, just real simple. Go ahead and stop that and go to a new project here. Okay, let's see, get us a floor real quick and we can get started. New layer. Okay, so let's get our ball. Oh, can go a little thinner than that. So yeah, basically our ball's just gonna get blue out. The ball's just gonna bounce along here. And then kind of roll the rest of the way. So go ahead and make a new layer, and we can use that blue as a sort of a guide. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the ball and the keyframes on all the tops and all the bottoms, and then we can work on the in-betweens from there. Make sure you squash it when it's hitting the ground. Like I said in the last episode, these will really give you a rundown on some of the basic principles of animation. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description on this video to a great series on the basic principles. Now, as you go along, these the amount of squash when the ball hits is going to get lighter. It's, you know, this ball isn't going to fall as far as this ball from here, so it's not going to squash quite as much. And then go a few frames. And then on down here, it's going to squash even less than it did last time. Losing a bit of volume there. That looks about right. A few more. It's a really good idea if you've got a excuse me, if you have a tablet, to keep Control Z or Command Z, keep undo bound to your an easy accessed button. You're gonna have to use it a lot. Down here at the end, it's barely gonna squash it all. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a few keyframes on the way out. Maybe here, do just half of one there. Alright, already got kind of a rough animation of it. Now we can go ahead and add a keyframe here for right before it hits. And it's going to be just about as stretched out as it's going to get. And the same thing here. Alright. Go ahead and add one here. Won't be quite as stretched as it was on that last one. And about the same there. On this one, barely stretched out at all. And barely stretched out at all. It's good to have a guideline, and you can keep your squashes and stretches, or your stretches pointed in the direction of the line. They kind of follow the momentum. This one pretty much won't be stretched. Alright, let's see. Alright. Add a little bit more here so we can add some keyframes. keyframe here. Yep. Wrong frame. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to add a few more towards the top of the arc. Just a couple more on each one. It's like I said in the last video, this ball around the top, as it's going up, it's going to slow down and it starts to fall slow and then faster. So we need more frames around the top of these arcs than through here and at the bottom. And I like to, on the very bottom, extend that just a couple of extra frames just to kind of accent the squash. There we go. That should be good, and then we can about right there. Okay, so here's our top frame. We need a couple more frames before and after. So I'm just going to spread the timing out there. And get a new keyframe here. And a new one here. There we go. Right, so here's our top frame. I'm just going to add one here, see how it looks. And one after. It's not gonna hang out quite as much at the top when it's only bouncing from there. Doesn't have as much momentum, much velocity to change. Let's see how that looks. Alright. Not bad. Move this whole thing over. Give just a couple of keyframes on this side before the ball ever even comes into view. Seem to be having a few frame rate issues, but it's looking about right. Let's see. Here at the end, I'm just going to go ahead and in between this roll on out. So it goes a little bit smoother, a little less jumpy. There we go. Sorry about that. Alright, that's actually looking pretty good. So, I'm going to call it there. That'll be number 2, and I'll be back probably next week with number 3. And like I said, you could work however long you want on these, make them as complex and pretty as you can, but you know, it's really just about the basics. It's about getting the squash and stretch and getting the arcs. Arcs is another fundamental of animation. Anything naturally has arcs. So I'll try to remember to put that link in the description. It's the guy who made the what was it? The animator versus animations videos. He had an awesome tutorial on the fundamental principles of animation. It's a great watch. So I'll try to remember to put a link to that playlist. Either I'll tell you what. I'll put it right there. It's an annotation right there. So if I don't remember to do that, kick my ass in the comments. But all right, y'all have a good one.